Hi girlies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel and today we are going to be doing a review of Suga'S debut album, because I have to remember that it's not debut because he had two mixtapes, but debut album, D-Day. Now D-Day is the last installment of a trilogy, so if you're gonna, be into D-Day and everything like that, just go ahead and listen to the other albums. Just do that. You know what I'm saying? But before we go ahead and get into that, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, because I'm going to be doing these reviews. I'm changing it to every Monday because obviously I can never get a video up Friday. I don't know. My old schedule used to be every Monday, and I think I'm just not over that. So this is gonna go up Monday. So I don't know when you guys can see this because I'm going to the Suga'S concert the Wednesday. So yeah, this was supposed to go up like literally over a month or two ago, and life got busy. Hopefully I become consistent again. There's a lot of album reviews I want to get done. Stray Kids, ATs, yada yada yada. But I do apologize. So yeah, on the 9th. So this got to be up because I won't have income during the week to really deal with all the shenanigans. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get into that. To do a little bit of a disclaimer that I am going to be doing things a little bit differently. My last video that I did of Jimin's debut album, they still were iffy on they still were very iffy on allowing even 10 seconds of the song we played. So just to not have any issues with copyright, I'm definitely not going to be able to show how the songs sound, but I definitely will link anything down below if I need to. But moving on, okay, got my little notes on my lap. Okay, so D-Day, like I said, is Suga'S debut album, but it is the last album in a trilogy. There are 10 songs on the album. That is going to be D-Day, Gig'em, Huh, with J-Hope, Amygdala, I don't know how to say that word, so excuse me, SDL, People Part 2, Polar Night, Interlude Dawn, Snooze, and Life Goes On. Because there are definitely more songs on this album than on Jimin's album, definitely gonna have to condense because I want this to be under a certain time limit. I don't want to post a long video, so it's definitely gonna be shorter than the in-depth that I gave on Jimin's album. I do apologize. He has 10 songs on it. He has 10 songs on this bad boy. There ain't no way I'm going to sit here and spend 3 minutes talking about D-Day. I can't. It would be a 30-minute video. And I don't want to edit a 30-minute video, and you don't want to watch a 30-minute video. So let's get into that. Okay, so starting off with song number 1, it is the intro song. It's not really an intro song like a typical intro song. It is a full song. It's just the first song on the album. And I think it does a great job of just setting the tone for the rest of the album. Basically what this song really is about is freedom and thinking about the future and being okay with the future and embracing that future. Suga throughout this album really does touch on a lot of anxiety and internal struggles that he has had, just in general, and BTS's rise to fame and him appreciating that, and also talking about people who criticized him, talking about things that shaped his life. So it's a lot that he talks about in this album that he goes over. A lot of internal stuff, not really a lot of external, but a lot of internal struggles that he has gone through. So you're going to see a common theme throughout a lot of these songs, really talking about himself. And I'm going to view it that way as well. As well as with Jimin's album, I'm going to take what they are putting out there as the theme of the album, and I'm going to dictate how I interpret those songs and how I feel about those songs based on what they are conveying to me as an army, what the album's about. It just is what it is. A lot that goes on in D-Day that he talks about is like being okay with BTS's kind of like rise to fame and like it not being luck, basically. And don't get me wrong, when you're in the entertainment industry, there is a minute little bit of luck because obviously a lot of people don't make it. But it does take a lot of hard work. And I think it's more hard work than the luck of the draw, let's just say, when it comes to the entertainment industry. And also knowing the right people and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And I think in D-Day, he talked about really struggling with his fame and the level of fame that he has, that BTS has, and accepting that and embracing that, and also being just fearful of the future and what that means for BTS and what that looks like for him and the group all together. And I think this song really just is a explanation and a freeing of that, and just saying, hey, the future's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. BTS is gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. And I think that is what he's trying to portray in D-Day. Now, going on to the next song on this album, which is Gig'em. I hope I'm saying it right, but it is what it is. This is a song about freeing himself from like negative internal thoughts, but also freeing himself from capitalism. Here's that common theme again that we're talking about with BTS: capitalism, greed, prejudice, and the chasing of numbers. I think in the music industry, and even as K-pop stands, we see it where a lot of people are so number driven. 4.5 million albums sold by 17. Just recently, earlier today, I posted about Jungkook getting 1 billion streams on Spotify and only having 3 songs out. That's amazing for any artist, you know, but especially for an artist that doesn't even have that many songs like out. He doesn't have any solo. He only has about 3 songs, but being so number driven can really like have you doubt your career. Like, say you get 1 million sales, and now all of a sudden, next comeback or next album you put out, you only get 980,000 sales. Is that a failure? Does that mean that you failed as an artist because you're chasing those numbers, chasing greed, chasing capitalism? And I think, you know, it's his way of freeing himself from all of that surrounds him and just freeing himself from that expectation that the music industry holds on you. Like, if you don't do as well as you did last time, you're a failure, which is completely not the case. There are so many talented people and so many talented artists who never get the numbers, but they are a staple. They are a pioneer and help break down doors for other people. So, you know, just because you're not getting the numbers or you're not getting what people expect doesn't mean you're a failure. What matters is your fans and your fans' love of your music, and that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. Also calls out those people who do chase those types of things. And you know, and he, as Suga and BTS are going to do, they're not going to call out people, they're not going to name names, but they're shading a little bit, shading that a little bit. Going on to another Shade song, we have which features J-Hope. You know, I'm so happy to see members work together. Obviously, the members are going to work together. You know, hello, they are group members. They know how each other works. They know what their work ethic. They know they're going to get good work out of them and good product out of them. So I think that it's not a surprise that he works with one of his members, but I'm just happy to see it on his debut album. It's really about people discrediting BTS and discrediting their work and their hard work and their ethic and their accomplishments. And it ties back to like BTS came from a very small company. They had to work to get where they're from. It did not come easy. Like nowadays, we see the height of BTS, we see what BTS has came, but come on, we cannot forget where they came from. Like like we see where they are now, but let's be honest, they have worked very, very hard for what they have achieved so far, and they have worked really, really hard on getting to the top, and people just discredit that or devalue that, or they don't have a Grammy. They have a Grammy nomination. That's all that matters, really, at this point. And it was hard work. It wasn't easy. There were, most of the members didn't come from like wealthy families where, if this didn't work out, they still had something to fall back on, especially Suga. So I think that, this song just really encapsulates that and, call those people out and call those media people out that discredit their work and discredit their numbers and discredit their accomplishments. Going on to another sentimental song on this album, I can't say it. I'm sorry, I can't say it. It's a little bit more of a sentimental song because this really talks about moments in Suga's life that shaped who he is as a person and shaped his views on life, which went over his mom's heart surgery, his dad getting cancer, his car accident that he had very early on before, BTS debut, because, he had to make money. He, needed money. He had to make money and, before they debuted, and that's just really what it was. And these situations have like really shaped who he is, the person, and his view on life. And really that part of your brain that he's referring to really helps you process like negative thoughts, negative moments in your life. So this song is just really him dealing with all that and putting all his feelings out into that one song. So it is very sentimental, and it does talk about a lot of deep topics. So if you're gonna go listen to that music, watch the music video, please, take care of yourself mentally. Moving on to STL. Oh my god, I love this song. I love Suga's vocals on it, like vocal king. Is he gonna join vocal lines now? I'm just kidding. At this point though, I'm not even like kidding though. Like even on RM's album, he does a little singing. So like, are BTS all rounders? Like, are BTS all rounders when it comes to their singles? Like, I just think that they all can hold a tune. I'm just saying that they can all hold a tune. That's all I gotta say. But in this song, he really does touch on the hardships of human relationships, and whether it be about a person or whether it just be in general. I think it really does touch on, how hard it is to cultivate human relationships, especially as you get older. Because people have their own lives going on. They have their careers, they have their families, they have everything. And, it's difficult as an adult to cultivate and to nourish those types of relationships. Even if it's a romantic or a friendship one, it is very difficult. And I know for BTS, especially at their height, as big as they are, they have to like constantly be thinking about people's intentions of meeting them and people's intentions of wanting to be friends with them or etc. Like it has to be scary to like make new friends for them. Like it must be hard. It has to be hard. But that's what that song goes over. And yeah, let's move on. We're gonna go over to People Part 2, which has IU on it, and this song really touches on about loneliness. It's really, really beautiful song on this album. And it's more of a continuation of People from his D2 album. So if you really want to kind of like what People Part 2 is, you can probably just go to People on YouTube and figure it out. But it really does touches on loneliness and etc. It's a very, very beautiful song. Him and IU's vocals on it are amazing. Like I said, vocal line now and rap line, all rounders, maybe. Moving on, I told you guys we're gonna be moving fast because I can't go as deep as I can with like 6 songs. Like I love you, please. I love this album. I'm still listening to this album. Like every song on this album, I'm still listening to. But I digress. Moving on, we're gonna go with Polar Nights. This is definitely like a shot or a criticism to the media, and really how they criticize everything BTS does, and how they take everything that BTS does or say out of context a lot. Basically, that's just really what it is. It's just a big shot at the media and how they treat BTS and etc. He also talks about have those negative thoughts that the media has been portraying seeped into his mind. Like, has he started to absorb those types of feelings that the media is projecting out there about BTS, about what they say, what they do, how they dress, how they act. You know, it's an amazing song on this album. This whole album is amazing, but that's really what the song is reflecting. On to Interlude Dawn. This is a very calming song. I feel like it's a great buffer between really some of the heavier topics he talks about in his earlier songs to the last 2 on the album, which are more of a comfort songs. It's almost the same as the bridge between like the interlude dive on Jimin's album, where it bridge face off to Like Crazy because it went from a harsher tone to a softer tone, and the album altogether, not only just feeling wise but also sound wise. And so I think that it's really a good song that's going to bridge the gap between those heavier concepts and those harsher tones to 2 more comfort songs that are going to be a little bit more lighter in feeling and more refreshing, as I should say. So it's a great song. It's a great buffer. It's a great transition. Definitely needed. And that's really what it is. Now, going on to the next song on this album, which is Snooze. He also has a feature on this album with Woo Sung Road. I think I said his name right, but it is what it is. It is such a very beautiful song. But the meaning of it is basically, and like keeping it short and simple, it's really about your dreams being interrupted. A metaphor. Like, things can happen when you're pursuing your dreams or pursuing your hopes. Things happen to interrupt that. Things happen to pause that or stop it. And you can choose to stop those negative interactions and continue your dream, or you have the option of just no longer like pursuing your dream. I think that's really what it is talking about, like that drive to continue your dreams, even if you face adversity, even if you face racism, even if you face financial issues, to continue to chase those dreams because it's what you want to do. And that's really what this song is about. It's a really, really, really good song, and I highly recommend it. And we're coming to the last song on this album, which is Life Goes On. I'm living and loving the fact that he basically kind of remixed, but not really remixed, the original Life Goes On, which is on the B album. But it's basically the same thing. It's a comfort song. And even though in this song they really do touch on, falling apart, distancing, and etc., it does talk about how life does go on after that. it talks about how you can have all these things that happen in your life. You have to remember life goes on, even the good things. A lot of times people like to hold on to those good moments, but you have to understand that life goes on, and some people are so stuck in the past that they don't want to move on to the future. And you have to, like, life is going to go on whether you want it to or whether you're a willing participant. So you have to move on. And yes, the future is scary, it's the unknown, but I think that embracing that rather than trying to hold on, whether it be to the past, whether it to be good memories, is ultimately not going to benefit you in the long run. And that is about it. I told you it's going to be quick. There's 10 songs on there. I gotta wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? This video is already almost 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long. But overall, I love this album. If I have to say what my favorite song on this album is, it's definitely Hunt, the one with J-Hope, obviously. And a close second would have to be either D-Day or Hiccup. I don't know. I haven't ranked them like I did all the other songs. But his album is really, really good, and I'm so happy that I'm going to be seeing him. And yeah, that's really it. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'm going to be doing these reviews, obviously, every Monday because I can't get a fucking video up Friday. My name is Ariel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Put your body on the kitchen table and move the dishes to the side.